Shalom.
Shalom.
What else?
Check the audio.
The money. All right, Shalom. GMS Charlotte back to you with another midweek camp through the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Dash. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakak Dash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Right back out here to bring it out. All right, the end of the world, the end of the age of the Edomite, man. Non-stop on his neck, man. All right, the international banking elite, the wicked. All right, they're going down. All right, they've been identified. All right, they're being called out. They're being risen up against all across the planet, man. You know, so like I always say, what a time to be alive in the midst of prophecy, man. All right, hey, all things must come to an end, man. All right, so we just gonna let the spirit roll. Lord willing, this camp is edifying, man. We're gonna get right into it. Whatever you got out.
It's Proverbs chapter 22, and
Yep. No, take your time. It's all good.
so Proverbs 22 and verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Right? And that's what we're seeing take place right now, man. Right? Those who have been oppressing the poor for ages, right? Their system is starting to collapse, man. Right? They're being exposed on all levels now, man. You see the e-files coming out, right? And you see other things, right? People talking behind the scenes about how these devils operate, man. And it also says, right, he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want, man. Right? So people who are hand in hand with this society, man, who have no problem with the things that are going on out here, right? They're all gonna find themselves in a state of lacking, man. Right? A state of losing everything that they built because it's ultimately rooted in the foundation of wickedness, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Real quick, Proverbs 29. Let me see what this says. It says, Proverbs 29 and 7. The righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. All right, and that's been the spirit, man. All right, and now the whole world basically is waking up. The whole world is oppressed under just a select group of families, man, that own all the resources, that control everything, right? So as I always quote in the book of Job, was it chapter 18, right, where it talks about how the earth will rise up against them. All right, so we're like in the most dramatic part of the movie right now, man. You know, the veil's been lifted up. People realize they've been bamboozled.
Yep.
You know, now all the fingers are pointing at them. You know, so now it's time to get this guy. You know, that's kind of how the spirit is in the earth right now, man. Yep. Right? But these devils, they going down. Everything that they have obtained. Matter of fact, get that in Sirach, the 10th chapter. Riches that are gotten by deceit. Get that too. You know, because like you were saying, they're gonna lose it all, man. All right. Job also tells you that all their substance should be cast away. I'll get that too while you get that one. You know. But yeah, that's the time we in, man. You know. It's Job 18. Let me get that real quick. Talks about how you're gonna cast his riches back up. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but I get it here. This is Job 20. All right. This is Job 20 and verse 15. All right. I'll start up a little bit. Job 20 and 11. It says his bones are full of the sin of his youth. All right. Going all the way back to Cain, to the serpent, man. You know, how this society was established, you know, the wickedness, the witchcraft, the Satanism, man, everything that's coming to pass down. All right, it says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Right? Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it, and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. All right, because he's the wicked. You know, and can you, like it tells you, was it Sirach 12? You know, you can't get rid of that rust, man. That rust is always going to be there. You know.
That's the spirit, because brothers have been talking about how, all these lower level Edomites out here, they might have an issue with what's taking place, right, amongst these so-called elites.
Right.
But they would be doing the same thing if they were put in that position, man. Right? If they were given access to the resources that Epstein and Bezos and the Rothschild families, if they had the access to these things, you best believe they'd be on them islands too, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Reading on Job 20 in verse 14, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is gall of ass within him. All right. Verse 15, the point. He have swallowed down riches. Right. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Shemel Rashai shall cast them out of his belly. So everything that he's acquired, man. All right. The resources, the wealth. All right, everything, he's getting ready to cough it back up. All right, because everything that he's gotten was off of what? Rape, robbery, and murder. It was off unjust means. You know. You got that for me?
Got it. So Sirach 10 and 8.
Yep.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Yep.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah. So we're in that translation period, the transition. One kingdom is the kingdom is translated to the other. All right. So how did Esau gain the world, man? Through murder, through robbery. All right. Through unjust decrees. All right. Broken treaties, promises, broken covenants, man. All right. Straight up theft. All right. So now, hey, a kingdom like that wasn't gonna last long anyway, man. All right. Anything, and see, this whole society was established off of fraud, man. Off of unjust balances, man. Right, this debt system, which was meant to crash anyway. This is why we're at the point now where any day now, hey, this system could be over, man. You could wake up the next day and it'd be headlines all over the news how you no longer have access to your bank. You can no longer pull physical cash out of the banking system, man. You can't use the ATM no more, right? We're in that time, man, the financial reset, man, which is going to involve the MOTB, that chip, you know? So that's one of the main, last prophecies that we're waiting on to come to pass, because it's here, you know? Yep. You got something?
Okay. Continuing on, Sirach 10 and 11.
There you go.
Verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one set his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
Yeah, these fucking celebrities, all right, these celebrities, these athletes, these Hollywood actors and actresses, right? They all did dirt. They all sold their soul. They all tied. They're all in bed with each other, man. You know, hey, this is the worst time ever to be a fucking celebrity, man. All of this shit that's coming, man. But that's what happens, man. You sell your soul, right? You sell out your integrity, your morals, all right? And that's what these guys do to get the fame, to keep the fame, to have the wealth, to have the popularity, whatever it is, man. Whatever they want to have in this world, hey, they had to bend over to get it. All right? They had to sacrifice a loved one. All right? They had to, be involved with this fucking demonology shit, man. The Satanism, man. The occult, the witchcraft and shit, man. Right? So these faces that Esau put in front of you, that's on the TV screen, right? They didn't get there through hard work.
Right.
You know? Don't get it twisted. You know? A lot of these, these black and brown faces, so-called, that you see on the TV screen and the music videos on the movie screen, all right? They did supreme dirtbag shit to get where they at, man. And the Most High gonna judge these people, man. Because they received their consolation, man. They received their reward. They're in their heaven now. And the beautiful thing about it is that their heaven is coming to an end. You know? You got it, brother.
So Proverbs 13 and verse 11. It reads, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Right? And that labor is truly the service of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Sorry.
Right? That's the only thing that's going to increase. That's why King Solomon said, right? Everything is vanity, man.
Everything.
Right? Because he did all that work, and he realized that works in the flesh can only amount to so much, man. Right? But works in the spirit are always going to be fruitful. But like I said, works, wealth gotten by vanity, that's what this whole country is rooted in, man.
Exactly.
It's vanity. You know, the facade, this illusion of success.
Right.
Right? And now we're seeing that the makeup start to smear, right? We're starting to see all these things be uncovered for what they truly are, man. Right? The wickedness behind the scenes is becoming public knowledge.
That's it.
You know?
Nasty work all over the place, man. Right? Hey, every time we speak, man, the Lord always sends an example, man. What the fuck was that? But this is why this place gotta go, man. You know, it just gets, hey, like the elder brothers was saying in the chat, man, hey, America's just one big ass haunted house. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that, man. Because it's true. Everywhere you turn, it's some fucking, oh shit, you know? Fucking transform over here. Nigga doing the sacrifice over there. Niggas eating kids and babies over here. You know, it's just crazy out here, man.
Right. And then they have the nerve to act like this shit is normal, man. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Hey, how long, oh Lord, you know? Right. What you have? You have something?
You want to get that Sirach?
Yeah, we can get that. You know? This is over, man. And we're going to keep repeating that, man. You know?
So, Sirach 13 and verse 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, we read in Tobit, it says, with pride comes destruction, right? It comes. Actually, let me get it.
Yeah, no, you got it.
It's 14 or 4 and 13.
That's right.
It says, now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not thy heart, thy brethren, the sons of and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them to point. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is great decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine, right? So for you to be allied with these people out here, right? The pride, allied with the prideful, we're seeing that decay as a result, man. Right? Moral decay, spiritual decay, physical decay, everything is falling apart because people are following after this base man.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. This man has literally ruined the world, man. Right? Hey, get that Isaiah 14. Is this the man that how's it go that brought the world to a wilderness? Is this the guy? You know? It's like Isaiah 14, 12, somewhere in there. Middle half. You know? And that's the realization that's going on now amongst the world. Him, these people that try to portray themselves as victims, but actually control all of the earth's resources, that have infiltrated all manners of societies and countries, you know?
Yep.
You gotta go.
So Isaiah 14 and verse 10, it reads, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Yep.
Art thou become like unto us?
Yeah, because pursuing Isaiah 47 and 1, right, the Most High told the daughter of Babylon, there is no throne. Sit on the ground, all right? So these nations now see that America it no longer has the dominance that it once had, all right? Now, as we always talk about, the playing grounds are even now, man. Everybody has nuclear technology, weapons, all right? There are massive forces. They're all coming together, making agreements and pacts with each other, all right, to come against the Western hegemony. So now, again, like Isaiah said, have you now become weak as we? Go ahead.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
The pride, man. The pride has been brought down to the grave, man. That American pride, hey, it's a shame right now, especially. It's a shame to be a so-called American, man. Right. The whole, we talked about last week, the whole world is going through the fucking Epstein files, man. All right? You portrayed yourself as this moral high ground, this outstanding, noble people, right? But just in turn to be found out to be a real piece of shit, man. Right. All right? A demonic race of people, right? Keep going.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, the worm. Hey, when you go into that word worm, it goes into the corruption. Corruption after corruption, scandal after scandal, man. It's fucking madness out here, bro. Right? People, the video I did last night, going to my man, I forgot his name, the Edomite. But he's like, yo, this shit is so overwhelming of what's being presented. People don't know what the fuck to do. People are just ready to give up. Right? Now that you come to the realization that you're being ruled over by PDF file Satanists, bro. Homosexuals. Right? Keep going up.
Isaiah 14:12.
And this is the wicked, man.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Yeah, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, man. The king of Babylon, when you look it up. Who's the king of Babylon? The Edomite, man. He's fallen from power. Heaven is power. He's fallen from his position. You got it.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And, you know, we're seeing them fall from that great estate, right, as they were set up so loftily,
Yep.
right? As me and Priest went into yesterday, it was the Spirit of the Lord that put this devil in this power, man.
That's right.
That gave him this access to all these things, to loft himself up above everybody, man.
That's right, bro.
But now that power is being taken from him, man.
Yep.
And now you see him doing what he does best, man. Crawling around on the ground, right? Eating shit, eating babies, having sacrifices,
Yeah.
doing all this. It's just out for the world to see, man.
That's it.
And that's how you know that transition of power is taking place, because now he's being put in his right stead, man.
That's it.
You know?
Keep going.
Isaiah 14:13. But thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Yeah, the stars of the Most High represent the Israelites. All right? Because we're still in captivity underneath the Edomite, man. You know? And that's been his talking points on these platforms, man. These top meetings with these elites, the Davos and all of that, the EU summits and all of that, where these top banking elite get together, these technocrats, these multi-billionaires and trillionaires, they talk about their plans of world domination. You know? Go ahead.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Keep going.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, so they're bragging about how they have the technology and power now to surpass the power of the Most High, right? But that shows you the Most High has these devils deluded. Surely the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, O that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. All right, keep going.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
This nigga, this scumbag is responsible for the chaos, the turmoil, the death, the destruction, the oppression. All right, the famines. This guy.
Right.
Keep going.
That made the world as a wilderness.
That made the world as a wilderness. Look at the earth, man. The earth is a fucking wilderness, man. Hey, the earth is a ghetto, like the song. You know, underneath this man's rulership. Proverbs 29:2. All right, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. This is why the earth needs new management, man. Romans the 8th chapter tells us that the Lord's creation is waiting for the sons of God to be put back up. Right? But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right? This is why the planet Earth is in a state of mourning, man. I was watching videos a couple of days ago going into how the Rothschild took over the holistic industry, you know, the medical industry, right? And gave you, synthetic, medicine and all of that shit that's causing cancer, that's killing you. What's it called? Allopathic medicine, synthetic drugs, cutting off limbs, right? You know, basically high levels sorcery and witchcraft, pharmakia. And look how that's affected the planet, man. Right? What's the other group? The other family that made the Teflons? DuPont. Yeah, DuPont, man. You know, with the plastics and the fucking, all the other chemical warfare these Edomites got going on, man. So this man is responsible for turning the planet into a wilderness, bro. Revelation 6:4. Add on to that, and then we'll go back. And the spirit just moving, because it's like, man, he's been identified.
Yep. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Yes.
And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Speak.
Right. And that peace goes into, tranquility, man. Right. He took tranquility, hopefulness, right? When you go into that definition further, it talks about being free from war, man. Right. And he's the ultimate warmonger. He's brought war, death, and destruction to every place he's set foot in, man. So that's him exercising his blessings.
Yeah, keep going. Oh, that was it. That was the point. Yep.
So back in Isaiah.
I mean, that was in Isaiah 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want to go back to Sirach 13 or whatever else you got.
So back in Sirach 13 and verse 2. Burden not thyself above thy power whilst thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself.
Yep.
For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken.
Yeah, so as I was bringing out a verse in this chapter yesterday, all right, just going into the overall context, right, of this chapter, Sirach 13. Just want to read that again. It says, the context of Sirach 13, it says, which warns about the dangers of associating with powerful, wealthy, or oppressive people. It says the danger of close association with the rich or powerful, how unequal relationships can lead to exploitation, the vulnerability of the poor when dealing with the mighty, right? It says touching pitch or tar will defile you, meaning corrupt company corrupts character. The rich can manipulate or use the poor. Powerful men will smile in your face, but secretly watch and test your words, which gives you a kind of, insight of the chapter here, man. And that's exactly what's going on today. Dealing with the rich and powerful, so-called,
Sirach chapter 13 and verse 3. The rich hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
Keep going.
If thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Yeah, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, man. Look how Esau used these sellouts to forward the agenda against our people, man. To keep our people in that perpetual, mindset of being niggas, man. How he uses these rappers, how he uses these these stereotypical niggas that you put on TV to keep Jake lost. Look at the damage that's been done behind, the so-called hip-hop rap scene and shit, man. The shit that they portray on TV. You got it, bro.
Let's say on the internet, the CIA is winning right now.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Jake. And the crazy part is, like we read, they can do all these things, man. Right? Everything you see Jake do, Esau does it on a global scale, man. Right? So all the gangsters, they're the global gangsters. Right? All the drug selling and dealers, they're doing this on scales unseen, man. Right? All the murder and death that's in so-called black culture. Right? Esau is perpetuating that throughout the earth, man. So like the scripture said, the rich man had done wrong and is yet threatened withal, right? So he can do these things because he makes the rules. So it's his game, and he can change the rules whenever he sees so fit, man.
Move the goalposts.
Exactly. It says, verse 4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Like right now, even though the video is suspect, all right, you had Jordan grabbing that little white boy. That's been going viral. It's like there's an uproar with Jake, all right, because they saying what's up with Jordan. In the video, you clearly see that he touching the little white boy in his back parts, right? But they're trying to push Jake in the forefront, man, to try to cover up the shit that's going on with these Edomites, man.
And that shit the Epstein shit been out for months now, down there, man. Come on. Jordan do what he do. He a wicked nigga. He gonna do what he do.
That's it, man.
Right? But don't let these distractions take your eyes away from the real problem in the earth, man.
Yeah, these celebrity niggas, they in on it too, man. Right, but that's not the focal point. The Lord gonna do away with them niggas too. The culprit, all right, is the Edomites, man.
Right.
He can't run away and hide himself, man. Okay. Go ahead.
Sirach 13 and verse 5. I'll start back and forth. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Yep.
If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry
There
for
you go,
it.
man. He'll use and abuse your ass and then discard you and won't feel bad about it. Right? That's his nature, man. You know, he'll get, hey, it's crazy because this is Sirach, the 13th chapter. The previous chapter in Sirach 12 tells you not to trust thy enemy and all the different things he'll do. You know? So this is who he is. Right? You got it, brother.
Verse 6, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. Go ahead.
And smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair, and say, what wantest thou?
Yeah, go to Sirach 12 where it talks about verse 16.
It's the book of Sirach 12 and 16.
Read to 18.
Yeah. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
That's Esau, man. He speaks sweet. A part of his power, his deception, is his speech.
Yep.
You know, he knows how to play the role, man. He knows how to get in good. You know what I'm saying? Freaking you out. You know, that's why. Hey, prime example, when you on a job, he always trying to get into your business. He want to know what's going on and shit.
Like disarm you.
Yeah, trying to disarm you, trying to make you, let your hair down so you can feel comfortable. Because at the end game, he gonna use all that shit against you. Like when you get hemmed up by the cops, they say anything that you say will be used against you in the court of law. That's the devil, man.
Yep.
Right? You get in the courtroom, your testimony was, changed up. You didn't say none of that shit that's being presented before the judge, man. Right. But that's how the devil get down. You know? Go ahead, Al. I've been there. I can tell you from experience, man.
So Sirach 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
All the time, man. He always looking for a way to one-up you, overthrow you. All right, keep on.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Yeah. He always looking for an opportunity to fucking overthrow you, to kill you, man. To do you in. Get Psalm 55 and 21. Right? There's nowhere in hell you can't say that ain't the so-called white man. All right?
Psalm 55 and verse 21.
You could always confide in me, buddy.
Right.
Fuck out of here,
got
man.
a wire on.
Yeah.
It said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right.
But war was in his heart.
See, his mouth was smoother. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Always, man. Keep going.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
All the time, man. His word, and that's part of his witchcraft, man. Right. That's part of his power. He knows how to win you over with his words, man.
That game.
Yeah, that's it. You know?
Yeah, this is back to Sirach 12 and 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Exactly.
And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yeah. Anytime, like the brother Lamar said the other day, it'd be some type of false flag event that'll go down. Who's always there first? Esau, man. Yeah. Giving you the details of what happened and all that, and really it was him behind it the whole time.
Right.
You know? Right. Nigga steal from you and they help you help you go look for it. He'll steal your wallet and help you go look for it. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Verse 18. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep.
You know?
He's gonna put on a good face, man.
Oh yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, this was already the goal from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? He said Esau they played a long game, man.
Yeah.
So he gonna get close to Jake. He gonna get in tight with him. They gonna be getting invited to the cookout, like niggas say, man.
Yeah.
And then what happens? He gonna come in. He gonna tear the neighborhood down. He gonna have your family in jail. He gonna have a whole RICO case built up against you,
yeah.
and you're gonna be looking crazy while he's over there kicking with his buddies,
exactly.
man.
Just like we're reading in Sirach 13, man. He gonna mark your words. He gonna remember what you say. He got it all stored away.
It's Sirach 13 and verse 6.
Yep.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee.
Yep.
And smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair, and say, what wantest thou?
Yep.
He will shame thee by his meats, until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward.
Mm-hmm.
When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at
He
thee.
will do you in.
Yeah.
He gonna do you in and laugh at your ass, man. As he always does. You're not gonna feel sorry for it. You know? Did he feel sorry for taking the land? For all the rape, robbery, and murder that's going on? Does he feel sorry for murdering kids? All right, for using them for ritualistic sacrifices? No. All right? There's not a moral bone in his body. Right? Habakkuk 2:5. You know, his spirit is not upright in him. Right? You got it.
Hey, like I said, he will shame thee by his meats, man. You see what happens when these celebrities get up in these upper echelons, man. Right? Diddy is a perfect example. They let him have access to all these things, right? And then what he's looking at them like, y'all do the same thing I do. Why am I the one in trouble? Right? But that's that shame, man.
Right.
You took part in that. You knew who your enemy was, and from your very beginnings, right, you was in bed with these devils, man.
That's right.
And they were just taking account of everything you were doing. You know, keeping a record.
Yep.
So when it came time that you didn't serve a purpose anymore, they could cast you aside, man. And now you a laughing stock.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I had seen a video, and this guy was bringing up the fact that all of the politicians that work in the White House, whether Democrat, Republican, whatever, all right, all of them have some type of tabs against them. All of them have some type of dirt against them, man. They're all compromised in some form or fashion.
Right.
You know?
Because you don't get in those positions without having something that they can hold over your head.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know? Sirach 13:8. Beware that thou be not deceived.
He even said when you go to a White House party, he said you gotta watch your drink. Because they'll put some shit in your drink. This is the fucking White House, bro. The hell they got going on in there, you know?
But you see, they brush the Hunter Biden shit under the rug and all that, because they all doing that, man. It's cocaine in all them offices, man. They all buying these prostitutes. They all got little boys and girls
on the laptop.
Yeah.
You know, what's Biden's son? What was his name? Hunter. Yeah. Hunter Biden's laptop, man. Yeah. Nasty work. Right? Yeah. They had the whole profile, all the shit he had up on there, man. And what happened to him? Nothing. Nigga was smoking crack, all types of shit, man. You know? Hey, what RFK? What he said? He used to store cocaine off the toilet seats.
This is your rulership, man.
Hey, this is the guy that's over the health. Is he like the health guy?
Yep.
You know, he said he used to store cocaine off toilet seats, man. These are your rulers. This shit is crazy, man.
So, Sirach 13 and verse 8.
Oh, not the rat. Hey, but there was a video that came out that said the reason why Trump be shitting on himself is because he had like a what you call it, an umbrella rammed up his shit. He said it, and one of the kids kicked it, so he can't hold his shit no more, man. And this happened back in the day. They said, you know, one of his little trafficking kids, kicked it and said, and fucked this shit up. Now he can't hold his bowels.
Good.
That's why he in Pampers and shit. I'm like, man, this world gotta fucking go, bro.
Right. So imagine what we don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
So Sirach 13:8. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity.
Yep.
Right, and that word jollity goes into a great mirth, man. Right, that's why they try to keep people distracted with Valentine's Day, the Super Bowl, the All-Star game. Right. They try to keep you in this state of mirth and jollity so that they can do whatever they want to behind the scenes, man. They probably writing all different type of shit into laws and legislations while everybody is out, wasting their money, right, spending their rent, right, on some girl that's about to go to another nigga's house, right? But now they're all distracted, man.
Yeah.
They've been having that veil put over their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that Yuval Noah Harari said, keep them distracted with video games, drugs, all right, boy slop, brain rot. Yep. It's easy to keep these people off the pivot, man. Just give them the bread and circus, the entertainment. That's all you need, man.
Right. That's why all these apps have these doom scrolling features on them now, man, because they're trying to keep everybody occupied with nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Man. So Sirach 13:9. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much the more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten.
Keep going.
Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words.
Yeah, and believe not his many words, man. You know, and Jake is notorious for that, man. And Esau, no, all he got to do is, you know, he put the performance on, you know, put on his little suit, you know, talk with his little nerdy voice, and people will buy into that nigga, man. You know, yeah, he's not a bad guy. You know?
Right. So I don't care what people say about you.
Yeah. Not all of you guys are bad.
Right. It says, affect not to be made equal unto him, and believe not his many words. For with much communication will he tempt thee,
Yep.
and smiling upon thee will he get out thy secrets.
Mm-hmm.
But cruelly he will lay up thy words.
But cruelly he will lay up thy words, as I have brought out last night. Everything that's been said about him on these videos, all right, like the guy was bringing out in the video that I did, you know, they got the database set up, all right, they got everybody categorized based off your beliefs, your political views, how you feel about Trump, how you feel about the government, all of that shit, man. This is him, and all of that's going to be used against the people, man. You know.
But cruelly will he lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt.
Yep.
And to put thee in prison.
And to put thee in prison. This is where we at, man. All right, as the lesson I did last night, you know, the concentration camps that are being built all around America with incinerators in them, man. Right? Hey, this is the great testing, man, the great trial of our faith.
Exactly.
Right? Shit is getting real.
Right.
I believe Elder Apostle Gabar just did his lesson going into the gulags and the concentration camps and shit like that, man. Us being tried and potentially put in prison and all that, man. Hey, these are the realities of the scriptures, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, and that's the danger of these other groups, man, because you see IUIC having sit-downs with Esau, ISUPK doing documentary, you know, let them inside the ranks and things of that nature, right? That's exactly what he's doing right now. Is he's sweet-talking them into allowing him into the inner workings of their groups, right? So don't be surprised, which we know these men are already compromised, but don't be surprised when even more things start to come out about these groups, right? Because they've told them so much, man.
Yeah. Like when Nate, when he did the interview with the Amalekite, you know, he brought him up in the ranks, you know, talking about the different camps and shit like that, you know. So there you go. You got it.
It says, Sirach 13 and 14, verse 13. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing.
Exactly. This is what we're trying to tell our people, man. Read that again.
Sirach 13 and 13. Observe and take good heed.
Observe and take good heed. Understand what's going on. Go ahead.
For thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing.
Thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. This man's getting ready to try to overthrow you, kill you, man. Do away with your ass. All right? You got to be weary of what's going on, man. You got to be circumspect, man. And the days are evil. All right? This man is about to come down with the wrath. All right? Finish it out.
Sirach 13 and 14. That's like verse 13, the latter. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep.
Man, it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake the hell up, Jake.
Yeah.
All right? You know, our salvation is nearer than we believe. It's a high time to awake out of sleep. You know, arise from the dead. Ephesians, right? Ephesians 5.
I got you. Right.
Arise from the dead. The Lord shall give you light, you know?
It's Ephesians 5 and 14.
Hey, this is the worst time to be ignorant right now, man.
Right.
You know? Because you still got people out there that say, well, I don't like to watch the news. You know what I'm saying? It messes up my vibe. I don't really like to get into this, you know, the stuff that we bring out. But that's all gonna be to your detriment, man.
Yep.
You niggas out there, you better get with the program and understand who your enemy is, man. Right?
Ephesians 5 and 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead.
And arise from the dead, awake thou that sleepest, man. All right? Majority of our people are still asleep. But really, in the reality, that's how the Lord wanted, because he's only dealing with that 1/3.
Right.
All right?
and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
Yeah, and Yahweh Shem Shai shall give you light. All right, the light goes back to the wisdom, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Right, the Lord's light, wisdom shining upon you. All right, hey, it's spiritual because hey, when you sleep in the dark, and when that sunlight break through the window in the morning, it'll wake you up. You know, that's how it go.
Yep.
So how much more in a spiritual sense?
Yep.
You know?
Jay getting back under the cover.
Yeah, trying to pull the sheets over, you know, close the curtain up,
Right.
you know?
It's Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly,
Oh yeah,
not as fools, but as wise.
but as wise, man, this is time to be wise. All right, this is the time to be foolish, to be stupid, man. All of this shit that's going on, this war that's been declared against you. All right, the fall of America. All right, the coming economic reset. All right, hey, because the dollar's out of there, bro. Right? We just waiting for it. Like I said, we just waiting for this shit to fully crash.
Yep.
You know, where your paper dollar is going to become obsolete.
Yep.
It's going to be worthless, man. You know, those that continue to believe in this place. Hey, look what they're doing now to the what they say that certain degrees that you get from college.
Yep.
Them shits don't mean nothing no more, man.
Exactly.
So here it is. You didn't spend $150,000, all right, to get your bachelor's degree, or you didn't spend $300,000 to get a fucking PhD or whatever the case is, just to find out that all that hard work and studying and bullshit you did, now the degree don't mean nothing.
Right.
I got
You know?
Say what experience now.
Come on,
But,
man.
hey, we live in a world that incentivizes carelessness, man.
Facts.
Right? So like it says, right, walk ye be circumspectly, not as fools, man. Right? You have to be, you know, what's the word? Very careful of each step you take out here, man.
Facts.
Right? Because you one misstep away from destroying your whole life.
That's it.
You know, and Esau, they thrive off of that. That's why they allow people to get into hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt.
Yeah.
Right? They allow people to destroy their life with drugs and all these various vices out here, man. Right? Because they can profit off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Once you remove yourself from these situations, they no longer have those strings in your back. That's why it's going to be so hard once that mark of the beast gets implemented for people to separate from this society, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's it, man. Because America is regarded as the pit.
Yep.
Hey, this is the real trap house. Hey, this is the real haunted house, bro.
Facts.
You know? You got something, Mark?
I'm going to just continue.
Yep.
Ephesians 5:16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
You got it.
Right? And like the elder said, man, this is the worst time known to mankind, man. Right? And people still can't see it. Right?
They don't care.
Yep.
You know, like the guy was saying. Again, what people are hearing of what these people that are in power are doing, it's too overwhelming. It's like, even though the evidence is being presented, people don't want to see it. It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, nah, I can't deal with that. Nah, you got to deal with it, man. You better open your fucking eyes, man.
Exactly.
All right, you being ruled over by Satan, man. Job 9:24. Earth has been given into the hand of the wicked.
Yep.
Who are the wicked? All right, it's the Edomites, so-called white man, white race. All right, he's not European. All right, he's not white. He's not French. He ain't Spanish. He's not Dutch. All right, he's the biblical Hebrew Edomite. All right, the Neanderthal. And this nigga got the nerve to call you the monkey. Right? Who's from the fucking caves? All right? Who was committing incest with each other, man? All right? Eating brains out of a fucking skull. All right? But they want to try to clown Jake with his pseudoscience, like we was out just swinging from trees and shit like that. You know? But they do that to try to tie us to them fucking Hamites, man. Right? No, hey, before we came in under the subjection of this devil, we had thriving societies, man. All right? We had order and structure, man. But let him tell it, we was just living in fucking mud huts, right? Eating dirt out the ground and shit, right? But the funny, all that projection, it was him.
Exactly.
He's the monkey. Are you not the caveman, the Neanderthal?
Yep.
You see? So he can't run away from that, man. All of his all those strongholds are being broken down. The creation of white,
Yep.
because you're not white, as we said. All of that, man. It's all being dismantled. You got it.
Got it. I just want to get this this word for redeem. It says here, Strong's G 1805, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good, so that zeal and well-doing are, as it were, the purchase of money by which we make the time our own. Right? So the Lord is judging you based on how you spending your time, man. Right? Speaking to you Israelites. Right? Esau and these heathen, they're already condemned from the jump, man.
Sure.
Right? But you Israelites have an opportunity to redeem these days, man. Right? To take the time that you still have, right? Make your body a living sacrifice and serve the Lord with fear and trembling, man.
Sure.
You know?
So, you know what? Get that in Job, the 30th chapter. This is when he's just talking about the Neanderthal, the fucking caveman. Job 30, and start at the first verse, right? Let me get that with you real quick. Right? Let's just make a quick point on that, because it all ties to what we're talking about anyway.
Yep.
All right, you got it out.
Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with my dogs of the flock.
Yeah, so it says, but now they that are younger than I. All right, this is going to pretty much Jacob. All right, Jacob's the firstborn in the spirit. All right, even though physically Esau was the firstborn in the flesh. All right, but Jacob is the rightful heir to the promise. Right, so technically Esau would be the younger. You know, go ahead.
Yea, whether too might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished.
Read one again, Slocky. Read one again.
Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have made me have me in derision.
Yeah, they have me derision going into now we the mockery, man. Right? Now we're the ones that's getting, picked on and mocked. Right? Keep going.
Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right, so why did he say that, man? Because we all know how these Edomites feel about animals, how they get down. Right? Hey, I saw a post, I don't know who posted it, was a brother or whatnot, but I don't know if Michael Vick has said it, right? Michael Vick said that he caught more hell over the dog fighting shit than what's going on with the Epstein files, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? They tried to vilify the man. But where's the uproar of niggas eating babies, bro? All right, eating flesh. Where's the outcry about that? But let a nigga do something, it's all over the news, He the worst thing. He's the worst thing ever. Right? But where's that same energy for these Edomites? All right? Hey, why do you have Shemel Rashad for allowing that shit to come out, man? You Edomites ain't got shit else to say to us. All right? Go ahead, Up.
We see who you learning from.
Yeah,
man.
exactly, man. All you Edomites worldwide just need to shut the fuck up. Straight up, man. Ain't nothing you can say to us. Right? All of that smear campaign, all of the slander, all right? The shit talking, all of that shit, the Lord threw it right back in your face. Right? But you won't talk about this. Go ahead, brother.
Job 30:2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished.
Go ahead.
For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste.
Right, because when you go back to the Dark Ages, man, Esau was pushed into them mountains, man, into them caves. Hence the caveman. Right. All right, go ahead.
Because society had shunned him, man. Right? He was a fugitive and a vagabond for a reason, man. The world saw this man as this beast, this animalistic creature, and they didn't want anything to do with him, man. It's the same reason why Amalek has been chased out of over 100 countries, man.
Right.
Because they doing these same things, and the world wasn't dealing with it, man. Right? But then Amalek got into the seat of power and allowed these things to continue on, man. And they perpetuated it, right, as if it was commonplace.
Right.
It said, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste.
Yep.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
Yep.
They were driven forth from among men, They cried after them as after a thief.
Yeah, they were driven forth among men. They cried after them as a thief, right? So like I said, Esau was driven into the mountainous caves. All right? Keep going.
Verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
Right, and then I learned something, I wrote it down a time ago, but it says people with leprosy, because that's basically what Esau has. All right? It says people with leprosy were banned from communities and forced to live among themselves. They were a devilish people. See that? And them Edomites, that's how they was. Even now in the animal world, when there's an animal that has leprosy, that animal gets shunned out. He gets cast out. Because you're unfamiliar. Keep going. So really, he's not even human. He's subhuman.
That's why they have these stories about werewolves and vampires and things of that nature.
Yep.
That's Esau.
That's
man.
Esau. That's his ass. The blood-drinking devil.
Yep. Even you go into, if you look up things that happen in the Appalachian Mountains, they have wild men who live out in the woods, man. Mm-hmm. Right? It's a group of people, like colonies of people who live out there and snatch people up off the side of the trails and all type of shit.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Exactly.
It says, verse 6, Job 37, it's like, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together.
Read 6.
Okay. Job 36, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
In the caves of the earth, in the clefts of the rocks. The caveman, the Neanderthal. All right, there's another name. What's the other name for the Neanderthal? Start with a T. Troglodyte. Yep. That's his ass. Give me Obadiah 1 and 3 real quick, and we'll come back to that. Because it said again, to dwell in the cliffs of the rocks. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and of the rocks. All right, that's the Edomite. It's so easy that a caveman can do it, right? As they told you all them years, right? Take pride in who you are, Esau.
Right.
Go ahead.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. But this nigga got the nerve to try to call you a monkey, man. Right. The audacity of these fucking people, man. Right? You the fucking monkey, man. Go ahead, Doc. It's crazy, right? His fucking pseudoscience, niggas got smaller brains and all of that bullshit. Right? All that's played out now, man. People know what it is. Go ahead, brother.
It says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, that's saving his mind. Who gonna bring me down to the ground? Right? Get that word in the blue letter, that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Get that word. I think it's either clefts. Try that word, clefts, in the blue letter, and see what you get. Always bring it out.
This is clefts. It's Strong's H 2288. It says clefts, places of concealment, retreats.
Go to the lexicon, see what it says.
It says a place of refuge in the rocks.
I got you. Go to rocks real quick. It's a good definition. But that's him, man. All that dwellers in the clefts of the rocks. Pull up. There you go. It's right here. I got you. I'll read it. It says that word is Salah. Going back to it says Petra. All right. It says the chief city of the Edomites, situated between the Dead Sea and the Atlantic Gulf, in a valley surrounded with lofty rocks, so that a very great part of the abodes were excavated in rock. All right. Hey, he can't get away, bro. Right. He cannot get away. Right? Let's go back to that, Joe.
And we see the statues and carvings and shit that they had out there in Petra. Right?
Yeah. When you go to Petra, when you go to Mount Seir, the architecture that was carved in those mountainous rocks is the same that you see in Rome, is the same what you see in America, in Britain, All right, anywhere that Esau dwells, it's the same type of architecture, showing you that these are the same people. It's in his spirit to design the architect that way, right? So that's a major identifying marker that these are the people.
Job 30 and verse 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together.
Yeah, that beast-like state, man. You know, walking on all fours. There's videos online of these Edomites that live in these remote parts of the earth that walk on all fours, right?
Yep. That's their natural state, man.
That's it, their natural state.
It says, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
Children of base men, all right? To be base is the lowest of the low. Mm-hmm. He's a base man. Go ahead.
They were viler than the earth.
They were viler than the earth. Look what's been coming out about it, right? These motherfuckers are committing acts of cannibalism, worshiping Satan. This is what these devils do. And it's on the record now, man. They were viler than the earth, man. All right? Sodomites, right? You know, this infatuation they have for children. You see, give me Daniel 4 and 17.
Can I get this real quick?
Yeah, you got it.
It's the word for vile in the Edom Online Dictionary. It reads, morally repugnant, morally flawed, corrupt, wicked, of no value, of inferior quality, disgusting, foul, ugly, degrading, humiliating, of low estate, without worldly honor or esteem. That's Esau, man. That's this man who set himself in the heights of society, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's the people that you see that'll look down on you, right? Because they've been taught these different racial dynamics, right? Because of them being deluded and deceived into believing the white narrative.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You know? They are the base. They're the bottom. It don't get no worse than Esau.
There
man.
you go.
You know?
But he's the moral high ground.
Right.
Right? Meanwhile, the nigga got 20 kids in the basement. But he's trying to teach you how to be a righteous person.
Right. Right. He your CEO of the company, right? But like you said, they got all these kids in the basement. They taking trips overseas to the Philippines and all these places, messing with these little kids.
Exactly.
Man. Like,
yeah. Thailand and shit like that. It's documentaries on YouTube on that, man. Motherfuckers with the business suits on, little dorky Edomite with the business suit on, going overseas to try to find little boys. Right? He's notorious for that shit, man. Go ahead, Ox. Daniel's 4:17, and then we'll finish out that Job down to verse 10. Just want to make that point, man. Because hey, the scope is on Esau's fucking head, bro. He ain't getting out of this one. He ain't gonna slither his way out of this one, man. His ass is caught, man. You got it, brother.
Hey, what the scriptures talk about, how he shall fall into his own snare, man. You know, and that's what we're seeing right now. You know, and just like a wild animal gets caught, right, he's trying to do anything he can to get loose from that snare, man.
Nigga biting the chains. He chewing on the fence, chewing on the wire and shit. It ain't gonna work.
That's it. It's, Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers.
The prophets, the watchers are the prophets. Go ahead.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones.
That's right.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whoever he will.
Yeah, the Most High is in control of who rules and who doesn't. Go ahead.
And setteth up over it the basest of men.
Yeah, it setteth up over it the basest of men. Hey, Esau is the lowest of the heathen. All right? He's the basis of men. And he's the last heathen to rule on this side before Yahushua comes back and brings the kingdom. This is the last rulership of the heathen. All right? When you go to Daniel's 2nd chapter, all right, the going into the feet of the statue that was mixed with iron and miry clay. All right, and then that stone that was cut out without hands, what does it do? It smites the feet. Yep. All right, and the statue falls, which symbolizes Yahweh Shem Yahushai conquering the nations, man, bringing the end of the rule of the heathen. You know, you got it, brother. Excuse me. Yeah, something.
No, I was just looking up one of these words, but there's nothing in there.
That's it, man.
back in Job chapter 30. Job 30 and verse 8.
That's right.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
They were viler than the earth. Hey, I saw a video of, I think it was some college professor, and she was trying to teach about, trying to push of accepting PDF files. Just now they're changing the name to minor attracted persons or something like that.
Maps.
Maps. Hey, this is a vile people, man. Like we talked about when Biden's campaign, when it was going after the kids, giving them puberty blockers and sex changes and shit like that, how the kids have their choice. They can make the choice to take the damn JAB or to have a fucking a sex change.
Right.
All right? Hey, these are vile people, man.
What was it? I know a brother had posted the video where Esau was pretty much saying, what's wrong with eating babies? But they try to justify all this wickedness,
Shit,
man. Right? Because they know it's wrong. Right? And they know how the world is looking at them.
Exactly.
People can't do nothing because they have the power right now, right? Right? But if it was in the hands of this world, the same way they ran up in there and took that nigga in Venezuela, right? They kidnapped him and took him away. The nations will be doing the same thing to Esau, man.
Right.
That's why when it finally comes time for them to shoot nukes over here, they're gonna be, chomping at the bit, man.
Oh yeah.
Alas,
for that great city Babylon has been taken, man. It's gonna be a great rejoicing across the planet in that day. Right.
Job 30 and verse 9. And now am I their song, yea, I am their byword.
Yeah. Now we're the song. Now we're the mockery. All right. Go to Psalm Psalms 44 and verses 9 through 14, just to make that point. Now we're the face of terror. We're the niggas and the spicks and the border hoppers and the beaners and all of this shit, man.
Psalm 44 and verse 9. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame.
Yep.
And goest not forth with our armies. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves.
Right.
Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen.
Yep. And that's part of the curses, man. We disobeyed the Lord, right? We went into captivity. It was a repeated pattern. We went off. The Lord allowed our enemies to take over. We were exiled out the land, right? The temple was destroyed. We were scattered amongst the heathen, right? Go ahead.
Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price.
Right.
Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors,
Yep.
a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us.
Exactly, and that's how you know that we are the people, man. We will be a scorn, a reproach. We would be a derision amongst the nations, man. All these different heathen nations have some type of proverb saying against the tribes. They have some type of mockery saying. They all have something against Jake,
Right.
in some form or fashion.
That's why, Jake, that think getting out of America is the what's it called, the answer, right? They get over to these other countries and see it's damn near the same. It's not worse, man.
Yep.
They're throwing bananas at niggas, all
Yep.
type of shit,
All
man.
types of shit, man.
You know?
Blackface, that's a big thing amongst these heathen nations. You'll see the little videos they do. They had a little concert, man, be a fucking Moabite Chinese nigga with the whole blackface get up with the clown afro and shit. The gloves, I forgot what you call them gloves, them white gloves they put on their hands. Right? It's fucking a minstrel show. Esau be doing that shit. All them nations do that, man. Nigga had a big ass gold chain on, Hey, that's how Jacobs look amongst the world, man. Yep. That's what Esau has. That's the perception that Esau put out there, man. Western media, man. Yep. Bunch of thugs, murderers, drug addicts, right? Hotheads, gangbangers, pimps. Right. You got it, brother.
Psalm 44 and 14. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people.
A shaking of the head among the people, man. And I mean, Hey, it's like that though. Hey, look at Jake now. Look at these 2/3 niggas now, man.
Yeah.
These 2/3 niggas are a shaking of the head, man. Right?
Right. Man, but we shake our head at niggas
Come
every
on,
day,
man.
man. How much more, the rest of these nations?
Come on, man.
You know, what it say in Lamentations? They pretty much gloried in, being able to overtake us, man.
Yeah.
You know, they look down on you just as much as Esau does, man. But Esau lumps everybody into the same category,
man.
man.
Yeah, it was just Jake a couple of days ago, a few days ago, a week or so. All right, he smoked his homeboy because he didn't share his fries. Now the nigga's in jail for life. Right? That's the type of nigga shit we talking about. He killed his homeboy because he didn't want to share his fries with him, man.
Right.
Now the nigga's life is over. That's the shit we talking about, man. We would be a derision amongst our people, man. Amongst these people. A mockery. A joke. Go ahead.
It said verse 15, my confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me.
That's it. That's going to go back.
Back in Job 30.
You just read the 10. You stopped at 9.
Job 30 and 9. Job 30 and 9. And now I am their song, yea, I am their byword. They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
You got it.
Right, and that's what we experience on a day-to-day basis, man. Right? It went from a physical, spitting in the face to financial, emotional, spiritual. Right? This is what they're doing, man. Right? The way they look at you. You see these Edomites walking by day to day, and they're beneath you, but they're still looking down on you because they're in the seat of power right now, man. Right? The Lord gave them that high loftiness, right? That pride to look down on you for our disobedience, man. So now we have to deal with that until He makes His presence known in the earth, man.
Get Deuteronomy 30 or 7.
So Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And
speak on
God, right? And so that's what we're seeing now is that transition, man. Right? Esau, Jacob having Esau's heel, man. He's being pulled out of power, and in doing so, we're seeing things flip right side up, man.
Right.
Right? And that's what Esau is fighting against right now. And we're seeing the curses be put upon him, man. All the exposure, right? Them becoming a mockery, them becoming the scorn of the earth, right? People make, like you said, it's what's the word? It's a curse to be an Edomite, in the world now, man, right? They look at these Americans as fools, man. So now we're seeing those curses, right? Everything that you read in Deuteronomy, 28th chapter, right? All these things are being put upon our enemies, right?
Oh yeah. Let's add on to that. Isaiah 51 and get verses 22. Start at 21 and read down to the end of the chapter. It's like two verses. But that's it, man. Now the Lord is transferring the curses and the mockery upon him. The shame, the shameful, how's it go? Shameful spewing should be on his glory. Right?
Because people can see that blood all over your accomplishments, man.
That's it.
They know where it's all rooted from. They once looked at it in high esteem, right, as if it was something to aspire to, but now they know how you got it, and they want no parts anymore, man.
Yeah, that's it.
So Isaiah 51 and 21.
That's right.
Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord and thy power that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling.
Yeah, which goes back to basically slavery. Go ahead.
I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again.
Yeah, this is it right here. The Lord said, thou shalt no more drink it again. Isaiah 40. Thy warfare has been accomplished, man. So now we're in a time of what? The Lord coming back and the elect being redeemed. And this place being destroyed. Go ahead.
But I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee.
Yeah, now it's his turn. Go ahead.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over.
Yeah. Them different agreements and covenants that Jake made with Esau that has him bound up. You know, there's no more of that, man. Keep going.
And like I said, that we may go over we went into a video where Esau is pretty much talking about how they built this country. And the reason they have that mindset is because they were just walking on the backs of niggas for hundreds of years, man.
Free labor.
So, yeah, exactly. So much so that they don't even recognize it to be the foundation anymore, man.
Yep.
Because they think that them, orchestrating this whole situation was them putting in that work, right?
Yeah, over what, 400 years? Yep. Over 400 years of free labor, man. Right? Generational wealth, inheritance. You see what I'm saying?
Right. All these Fortune 500 companies, all these trust fund babies and things of that nature, it all goes back to the death and rape, robbery, and murder of the tribes.
Exactly.
Man.
Like it tells you in Psalm 17, they pass their substance on to their babes. Yep. That's that generational wealth. Off the free labor, off the blood, sweat, and tears of our people, man. The death, you got it, brother.
Isaiah 51:23. But I will put it into the hand of them which afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
Yeah, because what? Thou hast laid thy body as the ground, because Esau rules over us. Go ahead.
And as the street to them that went over.
Right, so we're coming into that time where, hey, this shit is no more. We will be no longer ruled over this man, being ruled over by this man. Right? We're coming into the time where we're going to rule over him forever. Give me Zephaniah 3 and get 19 and 20 just to add on to those two precepts we brought out. Right?
Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee.
I will undo all that afflict thee, man. All right? So the Lord's going to take the curses off of us, man. He's going to redeem us from captivity. Go ahead.
And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out.
Yep.
And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we're going from the poorhouse to the big house, man. It says, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. Right? So like the scriptures talk about, he's setting the table in the midst of our enemies, right? That's him having the prophets out here giving the warning of, him coming to destroy this place and to redeem his elect. And like it said, he's going to bring it back before our eyes, man. Right? We're going to get to see the destruction of this wicked system, man. We're going to get to see the downfall of all our enemies. And as we're watching, right, the curses get turned upon them, man.
Yeah, I got to add on to what you said. That's heavy. Baruch 4 and 25. Baruch chapter 4, verse 25, it says, I started 24. Baruch 4 and 24, it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Verse 25, the point. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. See that? So now we're in a time where we're actually seeing the destruction of the wicked. We're actually seeing his power being stripped away. All right? We're seeing his beloved kingdom collapse. All right? We're seeing these Edomites getting ready to go head to head with each other, man. They're divided over everything, man. Politics, the Epstein files, all right? All types of shit, man. The injustice. Because, hey, these Edomites, these regular everyday white people, they oppressed too, right? So they ready to fight, man. You know how Esau is when it comes to those to them guns, all right? They ready to bear arms and get busy, and that's what's to come because prophecy said that would happen. Give me Sirach 25 and 7 real quick.
I can add to that.
Yeah,
point
yeah,
too.
you got it.
I was doing some, the scriptures talk about how this place is spiritually Assyria.
Right.
And when you go into the history of Assyria, the king of Assyria, his brother was made king of Babylon, but Assyria was the one that was lofted up, man. You know, so when Assyria started to fall, it started with his brother starting a rebellion against his brother, man.
Heavy.
So that's the same spirit that Esau is coming in now, man.
Yep.
You know, that those who feel like they were left out, right, are starting to try to get their piece of the pie back. You know?
Exactly. Egyptian versus Egyptian. Every man should be indifferent towards his brother, you know?
What was it you needed?
Sirach, was it 25 and 7? So we're talking about, you know, seeing the downfall of our enemies, you know? I believe Sirach 25 and 7. I think that's right. You know?
So Sirach 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy over his children,
Yep.
and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. This is where we at, man. Right? And the Lord raised us up in this time to be a part of this story. Right? Starting with the Lord raising up the prophets, right? Obadiah 1 and 21. The Lord will raise up saviors to judge the Mount of Esau. Right? And through that happening, right? Hey, it's been a down trajectory, man. That's it. You know, that was the awakening of Israel. All right, starting with the true prophets, was the downfall of his kingdom, man. See that? You got anything with that in there?
It's this last one.
Yep.
So Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
That's right.
Now that word burst speaks on something violently happening, man. Right? So the bonds are being violently ripped from us, man. Right? And it's going to be through violence that this place is brought down.
Oh yeah.
You know, so our freedom, our being redeemed from this captivity has to come with the violent downfall of said captivity.
It's
man.
gonna be chaotic, man. It's gonna be epic. All right. And how do we know that? Because hey, we have the context of the scriptures, man.
Yep.
We got the spirit to see it.
That's right.
Right? We have the vision. You know?
It says verse 9, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. See, so what a wonderful time to witness all of this shit, man. It's a wrap, man. We're gonna keep harping on that day to day. Right? We're gonna continue to chant down the walls of Babylon. You know? Say Yahweh Shai is soon to come, man.
Right.
All right, the Revelation 12 and Revelation 12 the earlier verses, the war in heaven. All right, these devils, you know, they're preparing to fight against Yahweh Shai, man. You know, they see the angels and all of that, you know. Nuclear wars on the horizon. All right, the nations are preparing themselves. It's a wrap, man. You know? So, hey, Lord willing, is one day closer to the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, man.
That's right.
All right, and the salvation of the Lord's elect. You know? You got anything you want to finish out with? That's it. Hey, so we printed this camp. It was edifying. We're going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.